this Sunday, today, Jim Bowden with The Athletic put out a tweet, as you all can see. It says, Andrew Friedman, Dodgers, told us that if he had to guess now, he sees Muncy at third base, Lux at shortstop, Vargas at second base, Taylor in the outfield, Rojas utility, but team has a lot of positional flexibility and open to competition. And I did have a chance to listen to the full thing today. So let's get first reaction. Welcome back, Alex. What is your first reaction when you saw this?
Well, like I mentioned, I think take it with a grain of sand. I think the Dodgers do have initial plans, and then they see what happens or what works best. It's kind of surprising to hear officially, I guess, from Friedman say that Vargas is gonna be at second and Muncy at third. The only thing I can think about is Vargas's bat at second base, making maybe a plus second baseman. But I mean, I think it's still too early. Yeah, they came with the with the tools on him from Jim Callis, and he was top third base prospects for hitting and power. So his bat definitely is in play, but maybe with the shift over the shift ban defensively he can get. I'm not sure. So, but if Dodgers know best, so but that's kind of surprising to see him at second base, to be honest.
Yeah, Trinidad, what are your thoughts?
I think I'd be a little surprised as well having Vargas at second because we've normally seen him start his career at third base. So now to see him shift over to second, I mean, it seems kind of weird because I mean, I still, in my mind, I still don't see Max Muncy playing third base all of the whole season. I still see him more as a second baseman than a first baseman. I think even then, I think Miguel Vargas is a little more athletic at third base than Max Muncy. So, I mean, it depends too. And then you got to have I mean, with Vargas's bat, I think he's a great hitter. Being a third baseman with plus power and then plus contact. So, I mean, then kind of makes you think too. Now that he's trying to say that Miguel Rojas is just going to be a utility man, and that makes you think like, well, then why did we trade for him? Is he just going to be coming off the bench now, or is he going to be starting at short as well too? So I mean, only Andrew Friedman would know that answer. So it's kind of surprising though hearing that right now.
Yeah, I think as I look at it, I'm going well. And Alex and I talked briefly before the show. The best news is they want Vargas in the lineup.
Right.
I think
right.
all three of us are going, hey, that's our guy. That is our guy. I mean, the scouting grades for him on the 2080 scale, which of course is part of what our name is an organization. His hit tool 65 out of 80.
That's above average. That's for people.
Yeah, way above average.
55 is pretty good. 60 is pretty phenomenal. So
I think it might even be low, but that's just
yeah.
me.
I was gonna say it was updated. I think the power was 65 as well. So 65
was it okay? That's cool.
It's like that's up there.
I think. Yeah, I mean, I still remember Vargas as a skinny kid in 2019.
Yeah.
Hitting the ball to about 20 feet short of the wall in Rancho. But a lot of like right center. But now all of a sudden he's getting bigger. He is 23. He just turned 23 a couple months ago.
That man strength.
Huh?
His man strength is coming in now that his body's developed. So
exactly.
The projectability. That's kind of what happened to Lux, right? I mean, his physique now is so much better.
Oh man, do you see that picture that they posted on the internet a few days ago?
Lux smash.
Jeez, man, making us all look bad with those guns. Oh my gosh!
But I think that was a thing too. He just needed physically. I mean, he has his tools, but the physical maturity. He looked slim.
Yeah,
21, 22, which is what, a year removed out of college, but
yeah,
with some time, with getting into the weight program, I mean.
Yeah, I mean his with some of it, it's just getting the right combinations of fuel inside of you, and then the age and all the metabolism and the protein and everything to make your muscles actually start growing more. And yeah, right. I mean that's the age to really start churning out the muscles is around 23. Wish I would have done that, but I didn't. Yeah, starting where I am, it's bad timing to do it. I know how to do it, but it's hard. So yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it, so I mean, it's important. So it is a guess, even from Friedman, and I did listen to it, the whole thing. He did. So talking about Muncy, I know because I know Muncy himself has said he likes playing second base way better than third, but according to Friedman, they thought he was pretty darn good over at third. I think Muncy, man, everywhere he plays, it doesn't look pretty. He's what they call it, and other things like a ham and egger. He's like Rocky Balboa when he was a fighter, just sloppy and everything. Then you got, Apollo Creed coming out all pretty and doing, looking like Muhammad Ali. But Rocky got the job done, and Muncy, I guess they like how he gets the job done.
I mean, with Max Muncy at second base before, when we first put him there, what was it, like a few years back? I mean, we were skeptical about it, but he proved us all wrong the way he moved there. So, I mean, that's why I say for him to be at second base is more, I think it's more understanding that for him to be at second than at third base.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, and
it
he
could
did,
also be because, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He did, well, and Friedman did, it's not locked in stone. He did talk about, the positional flexibility and open to competition. I think this is the big one. Because kind of going the flow with Trinidad, I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the season if these two switched, Muncy and Vargas.
Right.
I feel like there's at least four or five contingency plans within this tweet. I mean, they all can fill in for each other, to be honest.
Yeah.
Muncy can play, short, or no, I'm not sure, but second and third. Vargas can play the same thing. Taylor can play all three positions. Lux can probably play shortstop and second. So.
Yeah,
and you have Rojas. I'm sorry, and he can fill in everywhere as well. So,
and the thing about Rojas, and I think this is what kind of pokes at a couple things. I mean, we gave up Amaya for him, and we have a bias towards Amaya, and wish him luck. We wish him luck, and it kills me that he's not going to get a chance to play as a Dodger in Dodger Stadium. But it seems the Dodgers wouldn't make that move. They didn't see something in the positive on their side. And so Rojas being utility, I think he is going to play a lot, because I look at it and go, we could have, looking at these three guys, Freddie Freeman at first is a lock. But third, short, and second, I can see defensive deficiencies in all those spots, possibly. I'm hoping not for Lux, to be optimistic. I mean, they're going, so it looks like they've gone all in on Lux, but Rojas is a nice backup. That dude's Gold Glove.
Well, that's what I was going to say. His defense, I mean, he can play every defensive position.
Yeah. I mean,
phenomenally as well. He's a pleasant, most of his value comes out of his glove. So,
yeah. Well, don't be surprised. I mean, to be honest, in the postseason, I wouldn't be surprised if Rojas is the guy.
It's like Barnes taking over for,
Smith,
and previous Grandal. So,
yeah. So who knows?
Right.
And let's see, Taylor. So they talk about Taylor in the outfield. I still think he's best as a utility guy, but I think the good news they did talk about Outman, but it was more coming from the guys on MLB Network.
Right.
If you look at it, okay, we got Mookie and Wright, but then Taylor, Thompson, Outman. I see Outman getting at bats.
Right.
And the Dodgers, didn't they just feature him in something on their on their website with him working out, being all studly, and everyone, all the people thirsting after him and all that? I mean, dude was killing it on the weights, man. Another guy, but he's, I think we got two rookies possibly getting a lot of playing time at least. Not quite what I wanted. I wanted 4, but I didn't get Amaya, and I don't think I'm getting Bush yet unless that guy forces his way.
I don't know. They've been hyping up a lot of these prospects right now. They've been hyping all of them pretty much.
Yeah.
A lot of videos. Yeah. So, they're going all in with these rookies now. So, which is really good. But at the same time, too, how many of them are going to get MLB playing time?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, so I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch Doug McCain's interview with Diego Cartaya.
Just saw that last night.
Yeah, Diego talking about, I mean, Gavin Stone, all of a sudden, they're talking about him having as good a changeup as Pepio.
Oh, that was another thing I saw. Gavin Stone, when they were doing the Jim Callis with the top 100,
Yeah.
he has the best changeup in the minors.
I mean,
Gavin Stone.
I still think it's Pepio, but I'm no expert. I'm going to go with Jim Callis, but
Yeah.
and also Doug did have an interview with Pepio. It was great. I mean, Doug's killing it over there, man. He's so darn freaking good at his job. But yeah, he's got, and I think he's got one with Lux coming soon, I think. But yeah, I mean, and plus Diego, just, I don't know if you caught that, Trinidad. He's open to playing maybe a little bit of third base.
He did say that, but that's why it gets me a little shocking though, because I did hear that, but now it makes you think too, because there have been the talks that what would happen with Diego or Will Smith. Like now, or do they get rid of one? But I still think they should keep both. I mean, if you have one or two guys in the lineup right there, and one of them likes to go play another position or just hit the DH spot, I mean, great, go for that, because you're gonna have two catchers literally in the lineup that can smash.
Yeah,
it's the bat you want in the lineup.
Yeah.
They'll find
I don't think you can. I know. Yeah, you see we got to trade one of these guys. Well, you know, Diego's got his most value. I just don't agree with that. I see the point, but unless it's a monster trade with a monster, it's Soto's obviously not available right now for trade.
Right.
But when he was out there, it's like, well, okay, I get it. Or Shohei was available last year, then yeah, but you just go, well, shoot. You look at the future, you go just in the top, top six, you had Vargas, of course, Michael Bush,
right,
and then you got Diego. Well, Diego's first, and so you go, those three could be leading us to the promised land. That's not even taking into account Paez, right?
Right.
And then we still got Lux.
All young guys.
Yeah, and it's
they're all under 20. They're all under 25, I believe, right?
Right. It's kind of exciting when you think about it. I mean,
don't think Alvin even make the top 10. Well, he's
made different top 10s. The top 10 for the MLB, they haven't come out with their Dodgers top 10, but he made it.
Was it top 10 outfielders?
No, he didn't make top 10 outfielders, but he did make top 10 for Baseball Prospectus. In fact, yours truly made an appearance with Doug when he talked about him. Doug and I are going through for DN going through the top 10 Baseball Prospectus guys. So we've done 3 of them. Only one of them's been released, but I think as spring training comes around, we'll see a lot more of that. And and here we will also be covering these types of things. We're gonna see tweets like this come out. I think spring training is going to be insane this year. Right. I mean, first of all, let's remember Julio, Clayton Kershaw, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts, and I might be missing somebody. They're all going to be doing World Baseball Classic.
Right. Team USA, right?
Oh, Austin Barnes as well, too, I believe.
Yeah, how could I forget the GOAT? Yeah, he's catching from Mexico, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's cool. So he's going to catch Julio. I tell you, I'm trying to work it out. I really want to get there for USA Mexico. That's on March 12th, especially if Julio's pitching. Oh, gosh. Julio with Austin Barnes going against the Dodgers, going against Team USA.
Right.
I mean, I always root for Team USA, but I always Mexico is always like my second. Mexico and Israel. Sorry, I got a little bias there. They, you got to root for Mexico. I mean, I love their team in 2017. Egon, that didn't work out so well for Egon. Kind of sucked. But man, that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, we've got position flexibility. We got young guys coming. and they're coming fast.
I think that also what for us Dodger fans, we're kind of spoiled. This is a reset year, and
I love it.
all of our we have most of our top prospects are in the upper minors or just knocking on the door. I think the top 6 outside of Diego are AAA, right?
It's
AAA
insane. I'll pull it
so
up.
all of our top prospects are at the major league level, and it's not like they're like top prospects for the Dodgers. They're top 100 MLB prospects, and they're all on the uppers levels. So I think we're spoiled. We're gonna see a lot of them play.
Yeah.
And as how many reps I don't know, but they're definitely gonna get some reps in there.
Yeah.
As you can see,
and this is the old list still.
From 2 to 7, it's just they're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Ready.
And who knows by the end of spring training how many of them are going to move up a level up.
Right. But we know Vargas is there. We know that what's it called?
Vargas and Outman
reps.
Yeah.
Right. Outman's already going to get some reps. Miller's going to get some reps at some point, I would assume.
Yeah.
Stone. So
yeah, well, especially let's see. Miller. So Diego's rostered. Miller's not. Vargas is. Bush is. Paez is. Pepio is. Stone's not. Ramos no. Rushing no. But I would expect some of these guys and Landon Knack. That's interesting there. But some of these guys and Nick Nastrini, dude.
There's so many we're not even talking about. We're just talking about top 10.
Hey, Nastrini, man, was he was in the top.
Oh,
I think he was number 5 for Baseball Prospectus.
Yeah, and you got Nick Frosso too.
Yeah, Nick Frosso was also involved in there too.
So, like, I think if you're a prospect nut,
embarrassment.
The first 2.5 weeks of spring training are going to be awesome.
It's going to be like that wave in 2019 with May. We had who was it?
Gonsolin.
Exactly, like just everyone. Smith, like everyone that are established now. This is going to be
Lux.
the second wave, 100%.
Yeah, I mean they're even hey, let's don't forget Matt Beatty, rest in peace, because we got River Ryan for him, man.
Oh, that's right.
He hit as a Dodger. I mean, that's all I care about.
That's the dude got himself a ring.
Pretty good as a Dodger, yeah.
Yeah, he got him. Yeah, I think he signed with Kansas City. So good luck to him.
Always good luck to former
definitely
Dodgers.
Good dude. But yeah, we're loaded with these.
The wave. It's just a wave. Embarrassment.
You guys are way younger than I am, and most people listening are also way younger. This is very reminiscent, though, of the early 70s. It really is. We had this wave so we had just kind of going around the diamond. The catcher, we had Joe Ferguson and Steve Yeager at first base. We had Steve Garvey, second base, Lopes, Bill Russell at short, Ron Sate, third. We had Bill Buckner in the outfield. Don't forget that. We had a pitcher named Doug Rao. We had Charlie Huff. I think that's, and we had Bobby Valentine. Bobby Valentine was a top prospect. He was the Wander Franco of the day, but he got hurt. The Dodgers traded him to the Angels to get a pitcher named Andy Messersmith, who was actually my first favorite player. And Bobby Valentine was off to a really good start with the Angels, and he wrecked his leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was never the same. But if you go look him up, man, that dude was going to be a stud. And he was a top guy. He actually started as shortstop. He was horrid. They didn't have room for him because they were going to go with Bill Russell. So that's one of the reasons they made the trade. But yeah, it's very reminiscent of that group. And that group,
even more similar, like 2006 with what is it? Martin, you had Loney, you had Billingsley, you had Kershaw,
Matthew Ryan Kemp.
Jonathan Broxton.
Yeah, that was the all-time class, and it seems like this similar to 2019. It's just like this wave, and I think that's just what the Dodgers do.
Yeah, and as we've poked a little bit,
produces.
Yeah, I mean, and the wave had to hurry up a little bit because, well, Cody Bellinger forgot how to play baseball properly, and or else we wouldn't be talking about that. We'd have Cody in center doing, being at least something, but good luck to him. But dang, he that kind of set things back from the regular roster, regular season team. and I think kind of really mucked with their plans and the way they projected some things.
Well,
But
I mean, it could also mean if he was producing, maybe Paez would have been traded last year. I mean, they would have made the
maybe,
most out of, they would have made the most out of. But again, there's contingency plans on top of contingency plans because
yeah,
that's just how the Dodgers think or operate.
yeah. But it's like I know they didn't want to. I know they don't want to have
Ideally, yeah,
two
Bellinger. They
rookies.
want Bellinger to be 2020
Eh,
or 19.
shoot, give me 2018.
Ideally, right?
Give me
100%.
2018.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, back to the tweet real quick here. I mean, it's exciting. Again, it's exciting just to see these things and to hear something out of Friedman's mouth. We haven't heard anything from him hardly at all. I mean, you hear these rumors that Lux is the shortstop. I know that there's still some people out there that say that Gavin Lux will not ever be the shortstop. I think they're doing it. Now, it may not work out, but I think they're trying to do this. There are.
Well, they probably see things that we know. They know stuff, or they have info, or they're with them, 24/7. So they know stuff that we may not know. And maybe he did work through his arm. I know he was working for one of the coaches, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's working with Dino Ebel.
Yeah. Dino Ebel, Sino Ebel.
There you go.
And Evil Knievel. I don't know. I always throw that in. But yeah, I mean, plus Lux is more comfortable at short, allegedly. So we'll see about that. I don't think Vargas cares. I think that's just his personality. He wants to hit.
He's a hitter. He doesn't. His position is hitter. So
yeah,
he said so much.
I think it was going to help out too. Vargas and a lot of these Latin players is having Rojas being like a mentor to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know I saw the interview Rojas did with what's their name on Spectrum. He was saying that he's more excited to come and work with these young dudes and helping them out as well, because I guess he's already been talking to a lot of them and working with them at Dodger Stadium a lot too.
Excellent. Yeah,
and knowing that they traded for him, I'm sure he's not going to be a clubhouse counselor. I mean,
no,
I'm sure he's going to add to the culture. So,
and they need, that was a super boring team last year. I mean, in terms of the bench being dead while they're getting eliminated. I can say it. That was a really boring white team. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
You can unsubscribe if you're offended by that, but it's just the culture they had was very boring. And now it's different. Turner's gone. Justin Turner's gone. Trey Turner's gone. Miguel Vargas comes in. James Outman is coming in with some fire. We got Miguel Rojas now. I don't know. I don't know much about JD Martinez as a person. I know he's just a hitter and a really good hitter. But some of the interesting things that Friedman talked about is Gavin Lux just thirsting for knowledge. He said literally that this is what he literally said. Lux has been just on Mookie Betts' tail all off season, working with him, and now he's in Miami and he's bugging the heck out of JD Martinez down there. So
that's what you want to see, though. I mean, that's ideal. He wants to get better. Well, like, what more could he ask for? And like, he was a second best prospect in all the minors. He has talent. Now he's surrounded himself with people who have done it, have been to the level that he wants to be at. And he came through last year. I mean, he was borderline. He could have been All-Star last year.
Oh, and there goes. And so my prediction: Gavin Lux will be an All-Star this year.
If he does what he did, 100%.
I know it's tough because there's a lot of depth at shortstop.
Right.
But why not, man? I mean, hopefully he can get in there somehow. I thought he deserved it last year over Cronenworth. That was easy. But yeah,
very similar to Jeff McNeil too, who was a starting. I mean,
yeah,
his stats were pretty much hand in hand. So he was there. Basically, he was there. I mean, whoever they vote for is whoever they vote for. But
yeah,
he performed at that level before he got injured.
I mean, then again, too, he had all that hype the first couple of years, too, and then it was like a big letdown. Then for him to come back out how he did last year was just like really good for him as well, too, because he was actually getting on base, stealing bases as well, too. So, I mean, Yeah, so he had it all last year.
Yeah, and it always gets forgotten, but he was forced into playing a different position he wasn't used to. I mean, the guy grew up playing shortstop, and then said, "Hey, well, now you're going to try second base," and it's understood. We had Corey Seager there,
Right.
and then Trey Turner, so it's like, well, of course, you want him to get playing time, but now he gets to move back to his position that he's comfortable with. Let's see what happens. I say you give him the big 4 months. If he can field there in 4 months, then Miguel Rojas stays as a utility guy,
Right.
maybe.
That's your contingency.
Yeah.
Taylor can play some short if need be.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they're
They'll be fine.
I like this team a lot.
Yeah. It's more. I think it's a lot more questions, but it's more exciting. There's a lot more potential. There's more opportunity for these newer players or these prospects to just kind of shine.
Yeah.
They're going to get their reps, so what they do with it. But I think they're in a good position to just excel, especially Vargas and all the other prospects coming through too as well.
Yep. Well, let's wrap this up. I think we beat this horse pretty good. Let's go with any last thoughts. We'll go Trinidad first. What do you got? Last thoughts.
I mean, let's just hopefully that we make the right decisions for having Max Muncy on third base. Let's just say it like that. But I mean, we all know we have faith in Friedman. So I mean, hopefully, like we all say, we just give them the first couple months in the season and see how well they do, or even after spring training, see how well they look like in the positions, and then go from there. I mean, we have high expectations again with these young kids now. So I mean, just let them play. Let them get their feet wet, and then just have faith in them. That's all we can ask for.
Yep. Alex, last thoughts.
I think it's just he was very non-committal, which I think is kind of the Dodger way. So this maybe be the plan moving forward, but they'll see whatever sticks will stick, and they can move around parts. Just I think that's the reason he mentioned. I guess is what it's going to be like. So it's not held on to this lineup.
Yeah, you make a good point about this. This is the most information we've gotten out of the Dodgers in years.
Is that the guess is that this might be that this might be so
yeah. Oh my gosh, they actually spoke about something other than position optionality and all that. I mean, of course that was there, but
plus that was a tweet as well.
yeah. So that's all for now. Very, if you were subscribed to Sirius, I'd go and listen to it. I think it was for our time, it was about 9:30 a.m. today. It's very interesting it's a very good interview, a lot of details in there. They talk about pitching, things like that, and we should probably cover some more of that as we kind of settle into Noah Syndergaard being in the rotation, and we poked at it a little bit with Gavin Stone and Ryan Pepio, Bobby Miller, and the rest of those studs. So that's it for now. We will hopefully be back in a week or two, getting ready for spring training. If there's something big that happens, we will pop up for sure. At least one of us will. And thank you everybody for taking a listen. Please like, subscribe, forward, retweet, all those good things, whatever you can do on the app that you're watching this on. Appreciate it. This is Trinidad, Alex, and Tim for Dodgers 2080.